This is the Zone, a 2000 by 2000 map fit for exploration and horror. This video will be about how to begin in this map and how to survive. Let's start at the beginning. When you first load into the world, you're going to start in this nice little box here. There are going to be some signs to tell you which direction is which, and some others that'll tell you tips and everything like that. With these signs, they can say north, east, south, and west. And as you can see, they each have different colors. With the different colors getting closer to red, the more dangerous they are, being the north is the most dangerous direction. Let's get started now. Let's see what we have in here. When you first begin, I heavily recommend reading all these signs. They will save you, and they will give you some tips about how to survive. When you first press this button, you can select one of the 5 factions that we have right now. When you first go into the map, each spawn is different. Each spawn will teleport you to either a random location or a little spot like this, a little camping area. What I recommend doing is looking at the sun. Right now, as it is in the setting phase, it is going west. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. What I recommend doing if you're brand new to the game is going southwest. So look at the sun, it's going west, and this is the south direction. By heading in this direction, there's a town called Cordon. It can help you out a lot. You can get jobs there, you can get food, you can buy yourself some equipment, you can buy yourself a gun. Here's Cordon. It's a nice little safe zone. It's got some military guards, everything like that to help you around. When you come around walking here, look for this little place here. It's called Sidorovich's shop. This has a big yellow sign saying get jobs here. What you'll want to do is come down here, look for some merchants, or if there's no merchants, press this button to summon a merchant. Look at what they're selling. This one, for instance, wants to buy a dandelion, and he'll give you 1 cash for it. Let's go look for a dandelion. Here's a dandelion. Take it on down here to the merchant, buy yourself some cash. Now you have 1. Take it over to the ATM right here, press on it, deposit cash, deposit all, 1 ruble, bam. And just like that, you now have 1 ruble. That is how you can make some money. There's a lot of shops around here. They can help you out a lot. They're really nice. They have some equipment, they have some bandages, they have some guns, they have some ammunition you can buy and everything like that. That is just the beginning though. The zone is very vast with its content. And lore as well. If you're more interested in the lore and everything like that, the Discord will be in the description. I heavily recommend joining the Discord as it can explain so much more stuff. Let's start off with some of the beginning steps on how to survive. First thing that we have is Y says. Y says stands for watch your step and analyze your surroundings. Let's go see an anomaly now to see what it means by watch your step. As you're walking around this map, it can be very pretty, very scenic to look at, many tall trees, many pretty things, but then you can come across something like this. This anomaly is called a white trap. If you step in this, you will sink down and die. There are some chances you can survive this, but it is very unlikely. This is just one of the anomalies. There are many things around here that can kill you really easily. Walking through this little bit here as well, we can come across some landmines. Landmines can be somewhat hard to see in certain situations, but they are pretty easy to see in others. As you can see, here's some landmines. They're scattered around the map. There's some locations that don't, there's some locations that do have landmines. The more difficult locations that you go to, the more recent and more common it is to find landmine locations. They're mostly placed near bandit locations or military locations, or just in little roads and everything like that. Walking on roads is also very heavily frowned upon. Roads are some of the more dangerous locations as they have ambushes, they have mutant spawns, they have all of the sorts. Now let's look at analyze your surroundings. By analyze your surroundings, it means to get yourself a scoped gun or a spyglass or just be observant, in other words. Here, let's get to a high ground location. As you can see, here we are. At a pretty high up location. Pretty safe. Pretty well known. Oh, there's a fire over there. We should put that out real quick. Don't want no forest fires spreading here. Oh, well, that's good enough for now. Anyways, you can look around. You can see around. Although when it rains, it gets very foggy, so do beware of that. Take your spyglass, though, and look around. Here's some roads. Here's some cars. There's some items you can pick up. There's a couple stuff around. There's an encampment over there. This is what it means to analyze your surroundings. Be vigilant, be able to see around you, be knowing of what's ahead of you. Choose the way you're going to walk carefully, as you never know when you're either going to get ambushed or get fallen into an anomaly. The entirety of Wise Says is just to help beginners know how to play. As you can see over there, there is a bat, a green bat. Green bats are very mean. They're known for killing players super duper easily, as since when they attack you, they go after your head, and they can also give you poisoning. What you can do to avoid getting poisoned is by drinking some honey. Honey tends to be around in a lot of different places. It's pretty common, and it'll help you out a lot. Honey can help you remove radiation, it can remove poisoning effects, it can do all the sorts. So I definitely recommend looking for some honey and keeping some on you. As well as within the zone, there is a chance where you realize, hey, the inventory doesn't work. There is a reason for that. It is to reduce the amount of loot goblining that there is so we can have more loot for new players and to add realism. What you can do to avoid that though is by getting yourself a backpack. Here's a backpack. All the other backpacks do not work. As you can see, the big, medium, and extra big, they don't work. Only the small one works, as it just gives you the nice amount of inventory. Everything else kind of gives you overwhelming amount of inventory, so that's why I removed them. As you can see though, there are two types of backpacks. This backpack and the small backpack. This backpack that I have here is only for decoration. Do not put stuff inside of it. It acts as a bundle, but there is a bug right now. It can't be fixable since the mod is old. To where if you equip it and then put something inside of this backpack, it will delete it. So I do not recommend using this backpack for anything. But this backpack, on the other hand, you can put whatever you want inside of it. You can put guns, you can do whatever you want. Leaving, rejoining, it'll all still be there, which is very nice. As well as something else that you might want to keep in mind as well when playing the zone are bandages. You can craft yourself a bandage with just 2 pieces of string and 1 wool. They're very cheap and you need to have one on you at all times. As you can see in the bottom right of my screen, there's a little green guy down there. Your normal health bar is very nice and all, but the little green guy is your true health bar. If that guy dies, you die. What you need to keep check of is your head and your chest. Your arms and legs and your feet, they're there. If you get hit in them, you get hit in them. You're gonna have side effects. But your head and your chest, if those die, you die. What I really recommend doing is keeping a bandage on you. They are quite common. You can buy some at Cordon, or you can craft one with just 2 pieces of string and 1 wool. They will save you. Throughout the world, you can go exploring around, you can go adventure, and you can have fun. This is a very wide open world. As I said earlier, it's 2000 by 2000. There's a lot of locations for you to explore. Anyways, that'll be all for this video. I'll try to make this a series part so that we can have more in-views, and more insights, and more little tips and tricks within the zone from the veteran survivors and everyone else. Anyways, that'll be all. Bye-bye.